Oh, the Minnesota Timberwolves. What a frustrating end to your season when you, first of all, you knocked off the defending champion Denver Nuggets, which how was this team completely different from the team that knocked off the Nuggets? They were so much less intense on their defensive end, so much less inefficient on their offensive end. I don't know what happened to the team that beat the Nuggets, but they disappeared. And I had so many things to complain about with this Denver Nuggets elimination. Almost got swept by the Dallas Mavericks. I wrote like a 10-page essay on Patreon. Go check it out. But just a brief overview. First of all, the coaching is a problem with this team. B-Ball Breakdown, one of my favorite channels, talked at end about this. And there's so many things that the coaches did wrong with. First of all, your job as a coach is to get the team primed for NBA games. Second of all is to have guys like Anthony Edwards not be tired in the fourth quarter and gassed and then lose games. It's to bench guys like Rudy Gobert when they're a net negative for the team. It's to remove guys like Karl Anthony Towns, who's a freaking idiot on defense. It's to put your guys in positions to succeed. And I don't think Chris Finch is that guy. I think he's really good at building a culture. I think he's good at bringing young guys around, at building a team, but I don't think he's an NBA head coach that's going to put your team over the top. If anything, he's going to hurt your team. He's not going to make the right adjustments. He's going to not play Nickeil Alexander-Walker enough. He's going to play guys like Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert in the same court at the same time. And I think Chris Finch was one of the major problems why they lost this series. And he got outcoached by Jason Kidd, who we all widely regard as one of the worst head coaches in the NBA. But let's talk about the roster. Michael Conley. I love Memphis Mike. I even appreciated Utah Jazz Mike, but Minnesota Timberwolves Mike is too damn old. He can play make a little bit. He can shoot the three a little bit, but he's so short on the defensive end. He can't keep up with Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic. He's just a net negative, and I really wish that they played Nickeil Alexander-Walker alongside Anthony Edwards more, but Mike Conley should be on his way out. He can't do it anymore. Monty Morris, he was okay in the regular season when he came over from Washington, but he gave him nothing in the playoffs. Neither did Jordan McLaughlin, because he's just really bad at shooting. He's an okay playmaker, but what's his career shooting splits? He shot 30, 31, 36. He's also got that I'm way too short to play in the NBA problem. Dyson Nix, one of the worst NBA prospects we've ever seen in the history of basketball. He was like a top 10 pick coming out of the first year of the G League, and then he just decided not to play basketball, like cheeseburgers instead. He's still fat. Anthony Edwards, superstar, incredible, the next coming of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But I think 2 or 3 games in a row, he tried to guard Kyrie Irving and carry the entire load for the offense for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he got gassed in the fourth quarter, which led to them losing. And this team, team-wise, up and down, they should have beat the Mavericks, but Anthony Edwards, purely because he wanted to defend Kyrie, lost the series for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I think that's a coaching issue. I think that's an ego issue. I think that's an Anthony Edwards issue. He's one of the bright young players in the NBA. He's an incredible shot maker, an incredible playmaker, doesn't pass out of the double teams well, but really likable guy. I just kind of wish that they had a better coach to say, stop playing defense so hard and let's get some offense going. Anyway, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, formerly a bust. You just go around team to team. I think he's one of those guys who's played on like 3, 4, 5 different teams already. Hasn't really found a role, but I think with the defensive intensity that he showed specifically against Denver, but to a lesser extent with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he showed that there's a place in the NBA for him to shoot the three at a high clip and to defend somebody else's guards or wing players at a really high level. And that's nothing but impressive for a guy who's probably was on his way out of the league just this season, let's be honest, not even a few seasons ago. Wendell Moore, the rookie out of Duke, in his second season, I really expected more from him. He's got good tangibles, can shoot okay, kind of what is the freaking term? Jack of all trades, master of none guy, really decent player, good measurables. He just hasn't really developed yet, hasn't had a chance. Jalen Clark, never heard of him. Jaden McDaniels kind of got exposed on the defensive end, and that's a little unfortunate. He's a mediocre three-point shooter. He should be a good defender, but honestly, he was too tall and too wiry. So against Kyrie, he was too tall and got dribbled around. Against Luka, he was too skinny and got pushed around. And he really just gave him nothing on the defensive end against the Dallas Mavericks. I know it was a nightmare matchup for him. He's better against guys like Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler, but good Lord, can you play a little better defense? Josh Minnow, interesting young player, can't shoot, great measurables, but we'll see. He's kind of similar to, where's Peyton Swatson of the Denver Nuggets. Karl Anthony Towns is simply the dumbest basketball IQ player you've ever seen in the NBA. It's frustrating to watch this man play. Former #1 overall pick, 40% three-point shooter, one of the best shooters we've seen in the history of basketball, at 7 feet tall, has an unblockable shot in his prime, and he's still an idiot on the court, which is why he's part of every single trade rumor. He can't rebound, he doesn't rim protect, and yet he should be able to, but just up top, you know what's going on in the old noggin, he don't got it. And it's frustrating because they had to bring over Rudy Gobert. They had to mortgage the franchise for Rudy Gobert. And it's all because Karl Anthony Towns isn't a good center. What a weird player. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, everybody's favorite player to watch. He can't shoot to save his life, but he playmakes pretty well. He actually defended Luka Doncic really well. His problem is that, yeah, he just can't shoot. And when you put him and Rudy Gobert on the court at the same time, you can have problems. TJ Warren, I didn't know he was still in the NBA. Leonard Miller, interesting player out of the G League. Ignite. Naz Reid, everybody's favorite player. I think he's part of the future. I think he's an untouchable asset on this team. I would build around Naz. He can play the 4, he can play the 5, he even guarded Kyrie pretty well. Luka Garza is a fun player, but his defense is beyond horrible. And Rudy freaking Gobert. At the end of the day, you mortgaged the next 7 years of your team for Rudy Gobert. And I know that he helped bring this team to the next level on the defensive end. But my gosh, it's just so frustrating every single playoff series and every single playoff run to see him get completely exposed on the offensive end. I've never seen, and you know, a lot of people say this. It's what is it called when you're exaggerating to get the full effect of your statement? I've never seen somebody so bad at handling a basketball as Rudy Gobert. His free throw stroke is embarrassing. He can't dribble. He can't move he travels every time that he touches the ball. And they featured him in the playoffs in an elimination game. And I feel like that was a coaching message to the GM to say, hey, this is what you left me with. Rudy freaking Gobert. And his defense gets exposed because he's an anchor. He's not somebody who's going to be able to switch in the modern NBA. He's not somebody who can play modern NBA defenses, hedge, ice, double. He struggles other than when he's sitting right in the paint, swatting and affecting people driving. He can't guard the perimeter. And Rudy Gobert, I think that they're going to try to build around Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. I still would say, you know what, let's go and trade Rudy Gobert and build around Karl Anthony Towns, build around Naz Reid, build around Anthony Edwards, and that's what we're going to do in this rebuild. Anyway, that was a long soliloquy to say I'm firing Chris Finch. I appreciate what you did to get this team to this point, but we need to go in another direction. We need to start winning championships. I'm no longer saying it's good enough to win and be a top seed in the Western Conference. I want to win a championship. Anthony Edwards is that dude. But who's going to come along for the ride? Now, Greg Popovich, obviously we're going to offer him a contract, and obviously he's going to decline because he's an old jerk. Who else is available to us? James Borrego, yikes. And there's not a single head coach available to us, which is interesting because there's a ton of head coaches available, so I guess we'll just go after Mike Stauffer too. Greg Popovich is rejecting, which means Mike Stauffer is the new head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's talk about this draft class, where the fastest man of the class is Carlton Carrington and DJ Wagner. Most agile is Carlton Carrington and AJ Mitchell. Highest vertical is Trenton Flowers and Judah Mintz. Highest bench press is Tyler Smith and Ryan Kalkbrenner. What a name. Best shot three-pointer, Kyle Boswell and Jared McCain. So we have the 27th pick, earned because we were one of the best teams in the NBA. We don't have the swap rights to our pick next year, and then we have our pick in 2028, courtesy of the Rudy Gobert trade. It hurts when if you mortgage the future for a superstar like Kevin Durant. I know it hasn't worked out for the Suns. I'm okay with that. For a LeBron James, for a Luka Doncic, for a Jason Tatum, if you're like, I'm gonna give up every single pick that I have for one of those guys who's gonna elevate the team and help us win a chip, then yes. But Rudy Gobert puts a ceiling on your team. Anyway, I'm talking about nothing. What can I trade to move up into the lottery? I'll say like pick 10, pick 12 will be good for us. We can get rid of Mike Conley. Yep. All right, Mike Conley goes to the Jazz for pick number 10 of this year's draft class. So number 1 overall, the Atlanta Hawks win the lottery, and with that, they pick Cody Williams. Number 2 to the Washington Wizards goes Alexander Sarr. Great pickup there. Number 3 to the Rockets. I'd expect them to trade this, but let's see what they do. Reed Shepherd, the point guard. Interesting. I'm mostly okay with this. If they keep Amen Thompson at the 1, Teach him how to shoot. Fred VanVleet is probably gone. Jalen Green at the I guess I'm okay with that. Number 3 to the Spurs goes Nikola Topic to pair up alongside Victor Wembanyama, the foreign team known as San Antonio. 5 to the Pistons goes Jacoby Walter. 6 to the Hornets goes Donovan Clingan. Ugh, terrible trade or pick there. Zachary Risker goes 7 to the Blazers. 8 goes Jalen Tyson. 9 to the Grizz goes Bob Klintman. And here we are at pick 10 with our pick of the litter. Judah Mintz, Rob Dillingham, Zach Edey, Stephen Cassell, Bronny James. Let's see, who should we go after? I think I'm going to go Isaiah Collier here. I know he's supposed to go a bit later. Rob Dillingham's just too short as a shot creator. I don't like 6'1" shooters. Stephen Cassell, maybe. But I don't know if he's ready for the big game yet. Isaiah Collier is an inside the arc playmaker. He's athletic. Do I want an athlete? Or do I want to, let's go Stephen Cassell. That's going to be our pick here at pick number 10. And we're just not going to think about it too much. We did okay. There's a lot of mediocre players here. Matthias Buzelis falls to 19. Completely fell in the draft. But Stephen Cassell is our backup something of the future. Wendell Moore is coming back. Hopefully we can develop him. Qualifying offers. Jalen Clark, no. 63 overall, yikes. Luka Garza, fine. You can go back. Dyson Nix, get the hell off my team. So we need a new point guard who can play a little bit of defense because my gosh, was Mike Conley exposed. Anthony Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'm going to drop now to the 1. With this size, 6'5", he's kind of versatile. Wow. Can play make a little bit. Stephen Cassell, he can play the 1 or the 2. Wendell Moore will probably bump him up to the 3. Josh Minnows just not going to develop in 2K. Jaden McDaniels is good enough. He's earning way too much money for the mediocre performances that he produces. $29 million at the end of this contract. Karl Towns and Rudy Gobert. What do we do? Because I'm going to be honest with you, in today's NBA, you just can't have 3 centers be your top 4 players on the team. We have to figure out what to do with either Rudy or Karl Towns or both. I mean, and that's the trade, except Darius Garland has the exact same problems as Mike Conley does. Can we get bigger? Look at this. Rudy Gobert straight up for Walker Kessler. No, that hurts. This one is interesting. How about a young Josh Giddey? The stars are about the same. Josh Giddey, 80 overall, 21 years old. Can't shoot yet, but he's developing. Kenrich Williams is here for salary. Josh Minnow is gone and we lose a first-round pick. Instead of getting Darius Garland like we're always going to do, how about Josh Giddey, who's frustrated with his role in the Oklahoma City Thunder offense, is going to come over and be the playmaker that is needed. He's got the size to play defense. I don't know if he has the ability to. Drop it down to his natural 1. And we have a Josh Giddey, Nickeil Alexander-Walker point guard duo. And that's incredible size there. Then you got Anthony Edwards and Stephen Cassell. We'll bump Wendell Moore up to the 3. That's fine there. Jaden McDaniels and Wendell Moore. We'll see. Karl Towns, he's going to go up to his natural starting center position. I don't know why they play him. I know theoretically he can play the power forward, but he's 7 feet tall. Let this man play center. We're going to get in a big man head coach who teaches him how to play basketball because, good Lord, he's 28 years old and still sucks at that. Naz Reid, the perfect backup. Kenrich Williams and Lamar. Okay, we need somebody at the 4. All right, we're signing trading. We're getting Brook Lopez. Obviously not going to play the 4 for us, but he was available via trade. And then Brook Lopez is gone for Johnny Davis. No, okay. You want a first for Kendall Brown? That's going to be the move. There we go. We have our new core. So point guard position has been replaced. Josh Giddey instead of Mike Conley. Nah, dropping down. We have Anthony Edwards, Stephen Cassell with this year's draft class. Jaden McDaniels, Wendell Moore, Kendall Brown. He's bad at basketball. Jarris Walker is taking over at the 4, replacing Karl Towns / Rudy Gobert, who's moving back out to his natural 5, and Naz Reid is still here. So we kind of blew up the team a little bit, but we also didn't. It's not really saying a whole lot. We'll bring back this bald man, I guess, Jordan McLaughlin, so I can say that I keep McLaughlin my ass off. Dyson Nix, please go away. You are horrifically bad. I cannot believe somebody was like, he was supposed to go top 10. And he was so bad that he fell out of the draft. I mean, you have to be astoundingly bad at the sport of basketball to do that poorly. $5 million mid-level exception. We can bring back Monty Morris, I guess. I think we still have our $5 million mid-level exception too. I don't know. We'll send it to Jared Butler if he wants to accept. There you go. Whatever. That is going to be the free agency and offseason moves. LeBron James is going to the Pistons. I guess they picked up Bronny James, so that makes sense at pick number 5. Tyrese Maxey back on the 76ers. PG back to the Clippers. DeMar DeRozan is replacing LeBron James on the Lakers. James Harden, Jalen Duren, everybody going back to their damn teams. Jalen Duren to the Magic? I don't know why the Pistons never pick up Jalen Duren's team player option. I don't get that. Yeah, okay. Something's wrong with the 2K code, and everybody knows it. Anyway, Anthony Edwards, 95 overall, ridiculous. Karl Towns in his prime, ridiculous. Naz Reid, good. Josh Giddey, up and coming. Jaden McDaniels needs to develop a little bit more. We need that three-pointer to get up into the 37s, and he's got to play better defense against shorter guys. Jarris Walker also here. Our defense is going to be locked down. His three-point rating is improving, which I appreciate because he could not shoot coming out of the draft. He's up to a 79. That'll work. Stephen Cassell, we shall see. Then we have Monty Morris, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jordan McLaughlin, Wendell Moore, Jared Butler, Kendall Brown. We have a good young team. We still have star power. We just moved from Rudy Gobert to Josh Giddey and are playing a more natural, standard issue, modern NBA offense with 5-ish out spacing. So the 9-man rotation with the new head coach gonna look like this: Josh Giddey, mate, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Jarris Walker, Karl Towns, Nazir Reid, Monty Morris, no, Stephen Cassell, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Wendell Moore, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Preseason power rankings, I expect us to be top 5? Oof, 8th for 2K Sports, and Eric Boner has us 9th. We'll see. Hopping in at the trade deadline, we are 38-15, a pretty good season for your Minnesota Timberwolves. We're not as good as the Cavaliers because the Cavaliers are glitchy in simulation. Yeah. How do they have Clint Capella and DeAndre Hunter? Who did they trade for Clint Capella and DeAndre Hunter? Are you kidding me? Okay. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, because the Thunder. Now, we did take Josh Giddey, and they're stuck with Rudy Gobert now, which it's so funny. I say they're stuck with Rudy Gobert as it's a negative, and yet the Minnesota Timberwolves traded away their entire future for a decade for him. Anyway, enough talking about that. We've moved on to the future, and we are just playing a really good basketball right now. Looking at the league leader in scoring, is it Ant-Man? It is not. It's Luka freaking Doncic. Ant-Man is where? Scoring might be down because we have so much good players on our team. Yeah, he's like in the low 20s. Rebounds is Domantas Sabonis, and assist is Luka Doncic. Steals is Shea Schmildish, Melishmander. Blocks is AD, and field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. Free throw percentages is Jimmy. And three-point king is Malik Beasley back on the Lakers. How do we look? So Ant-Man scoring a little bit down. That's okay because Karl Towns has now taken his rightful role as the number 2 option on this team. You got Naz Reid just being incredible at everything. You got Josh Giddey playing way better than I expected. 15, 7, and 5. I like that. Jarris Walker giving us a little 3, a little D at the 4. Stephen Cassell has been good. Jaden McDaniels has been bad. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's been okay. Wendell Moore Jr., not bad, not bad at all. 3-point percentages, how are we looking now with no Rudy Gobert? So if Josh Giddey shoots more than league average, we're set for life. We're at least set until we're 18, okay? Karl Anthony Towns, 44% from the 3. Ant-Man, 43% from 3. Jarris Walker, 33. Ugh, that needs to get better. Naz Reid, 35. That needs to get better. Josh Giddey, 37. That's frankly remarkable. Better than Jaden McDaniels. Nah is not shooting great from 3, but he's playing well. Stephen Cassell, Wendell Moore. We'll see, but the plus minuses, I mean, look at this, 8.9. Karl Towns is our best player, and you want to trade him away? Former number 1 overall pick. Anthony Edwards is our 2nd. Josh Giddey is our 3rd. I mean, we're just playing really good basketball right now. Even the bench is playing well. Jared Butler somehow made his way onto the court. I see no reason to make any changes to this team. Like, theoretically, what we would do is consolidate our guys, so get Jordan McLaughlin, Jared Butler, and like Wendell Moore, and just see what you can get. But unless there's somebody that truly puts us over the top, like a 80 overall Michael Conley, I don't see us making any sort of trades. So thank you. We're going to continue on to the playoffs. Luka Doncic wins MVP and averages a triple-double and shoots 47% from the three-point line and is the greatest thing to ever happen to the sport of basketball. Alexander Sarr does win Rookie of the Year number 2 overall pick. Amin Thompson, 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, Defense Player of the Year. Blocker Kessler, Most Improved. That hurts for the team that traded him away. And Shea Schmildish, Melishmander is cool or whatever. The Cavaliers are gods, whatever. How did we do? We're the Timberwolves. Not seen us on any team at all. Any all NBA teams. Stephen Cassell does make the all rookie first team, but we don't make a single thing, even though we're the #1 seed in the Western Conference. We just eke out the Oklahoma City Thunder by 3 games in the regular season, tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers for best team in the NBA according to 2K simulation. And league leader in scoring is Luka Doncic. Rebounds is DeMontis Sabonis, and assist is Luka Doncic. Steals is Shea Schmilge. Blocks is Victor Wembanyama, and effective percentages is Jalen Duren. Free throws goes to Ant, which is funny. Anthony Edwards complained about Anthony Simons because both of them are called Ant in their nickname, although there's no freaking T in Anthony Simons' name. Anyway, 3-point king is still Malik Beasley. We didn't make any changes to the roster. How did we turn out? Karl Towns getting back up to 21 points a night is just wonderful to see in simulation. Normally he plays like ace. Now, yeah, if we can get back up to like 25 points a night, and then he forms a Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal duo, but with the modern NBA rules, that would be beautiful. And then we just have a bunch of defenders around them. That works. Rebounds needs to improve, but we got Josh Giddey and Naz Reid and Jarris Walker. So even though Karl Towns sucks at rebounding, everybody else will support him. Assisting needs to get better. Josh Giddey needs to play make and facilitate a little more. Steals, blocks, whatever. 3-point percentages, plus minuses. Wow. Karl Towns broke 10 points in the plus minus department. He's just been sensational for us. Team stats. We are 4th offensively, #1 defensively, giving us a 12.8 point differential, #2 in the NBA. Field goal percentages, 3rd. 3-point percentages needs a little work. Oh, 3rd. Allow me to reintroduce myself, as here we are in the playoffs, taking on Victor Wembanyama. Now, I believe in Karl Towns because he actually played pretty well against Nikola Jokic on the defensive end. I believe that he can hold down Victor Wembanyama somewhat. We lost. We're going to get 1-8'd. They didn't even break 20 points. That's fine. Thank you. None of their players score more than 20 points. We're getting 3-0'd. Cool. Okay, we're dropping to an 8. Where are we getting destroyed? Like, I don't understand. We're just losing every game by 2. Jaden McDaniels has to go. Naz Reid was horrific. Jarris Walker. I mean, these are good numbers. We just can't stop them defensively, which makes no sense. Victor Wembanyama, I get, is going to get his. How is Jeremy Sohan cooking Jarris Walker? Jarris Walker came in as a bona fide defender. Zach Collins versus Naz Reid, disgusting. Keldon Johnson versus Jaden McDaniels, disgusting. Trey Jones, I mean, is Josh Giddey that bad of a defender? He's got incredible size at 6'8". B, perimeter defense. C+ inside defense. I thought you'd be better, Josh. I thought you'd be better. We're getting 1-8'd. Come on, win 1. Let's go. Once we start winning 1, unlike against the Mavs, we're going to come back. We're going to go and be the first team to come back from being down 3-0 against Victor Wembanyama. Are we going to be here in the second quarter winning, going into halftime with a pretty good lead? Hey, 3-2 is a good start. If we win this game 6, there's a legitimate chance of us coming back. Out of the box score, look, Ant-Man was great. The rest of the team was okay, and then we locked them down defensively. Like, we're the #1 seed in the NBA. We cannot get 180. This is redonkulous. Here we are. Can we win in San Antonio and force the game 7? Winning in the first quarter, losing in the second quarter, going to halftime. It's a pretty close game. Going to the third quarter, we're still winning. Going into the fourth quarter, we're winning by 20. And that's how you do it, baby. It ain't 2K if it ain't game 7. And if you see here, who's waiting for us in the second round but the Dallas Luka Doncic's. Let's be the first team to come back from being down 3-0. Let's be the first team to get revenge on Luka Doncic. And let's be the first team to win a championship after the moves that we have made. Blowing them out here in the first quarter. Closer game here in the second. Going into the third quarter, they're starting to win. It's a close game, competitive game. I'll hop in if you make me. 10 minutes left, 93-95. Let's hop in at the sub 5-minute mark. Maybe 4 minutes. I don't want to play 2K that much. Winning by 8, winning by 7. 9-10. Oh, look at this fourth quarter. We doubled them up. We're dapping them up in the fourth. And we have successfully completed the 3-0 comeback against the 8 seed as the 1 seed to take on Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. They brought in Tobias Harris. That's actually a good pickup. I don't mind that. Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, PJ Washington, Josh Green. Josh Green needs to get more minutes. Interesting team, but let's see if we can get revenge. They won game 1. Kyrie was sensational. It looks like we just need more of a scoring punch, and Jaden McDaniels is awful. He's given us under 10 points a night and mediocre defense. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, we're tied up 1-1 apiece here. 2-1. We're up 3-1. Let's go. 3-2. Hey, we got to hop into Simcast and make sure that we can continue our domination. Give more minutes to Monty Morris. Are you kidding me? Looks like the Mavericks are winning here in the first quarter. Now it's back for game in the second quarter, going into halftime. In the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, we're up by 20. What happened? We just all of a sudden jumped up slowly, steadily, and we have blown out the Mavericks. We have achieved revenge against the greatest thing to ever happen to the sport of basketball. And now here we are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, we'll see. I got nothing for you except the fact that we dumped Rudy Gobert's ass on their team. And it might be the Rudy Gobert revenge tour. We did not play all the... They scored 161 points. What? Shea dropped 54. Isaiah Joe dropped 29. Rudy Gobert gave him 8 and 7. How do you score 161 points in a playoff game? Okay, 1-1. Down 2-1. 2-2. Big game 5 here. See if we can get revenge against the Rudy Gobert Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll see if stealing Josh Giddey puts us over the top, or if 2K loves Shai Gilgeous-Alexander so much that they're going to let him win. And we got a close competitive game here. Going into the fourth quarter, they have a little bit of a lead. If you get it close, if you give us a small lead, under 5 minutes, I'm hopping in, I'm clutching it, I'm closing us out. 2-point game, 3 minutes left, tie game, losing by 2, losing by 3, losing by 4. We just forgot how to score. That's fine. That's cool. I like not scoring. I think we're going to lose this. 6-point game. Yeah, we lost. Unfortunate. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes we're down 3-2 to the best team to ever have been assembled in the history of the sport, the Oklahoma City Thunder, according to NBA 2K24. And we'll probably get blown out here, if I'm being honest, in game 6. I mean, we need to win this to force a game 7. So even if we win, it's not going to be all that fun. It looks like we might actually win this game on the road, though. For whatever reason, the Timberwolves are atrocious at home and play so much better on the road. We just blew them out by 20. And it ain't 2K if it ain't game 7, although they have away court advantage right now. And the winner has the rights to take on the other best team in the NBA, according to NBA 2K24, the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll see how this goes. What kind of impact does Rudy Gobert make? We jumped out to a great start. We're winning by 20 here, going to the third quarter. Are we going to blow somebody out in game 7? Looks like there's a chance. If there's an opportunity. Oh my God, look at this fourth quarter. 12-2, that's how you start. 17-7, just maintain 20-point lead, and we'll be in the NBA Finals. The changes have been made. We almost got 1-8'd, and now here we are, the number 1 seed, ousted the Thunder, and are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Anthony Edwards wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Darius Garland, almost traded for him, wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's see how this plays out. So, Josh Giddey versus Darius Garland, kind of a push. Anthony Edwards versus Donovan Mitchell, kind of a push. Jaden McDaniels versus Isaac Okoro, kind of a push. Jarris Walker versus Evan Mobley, yikes. Jared Allen, Karl Towns, kind of a push. Their bench is poorly constructed, which is where we have a lead. So this is going to be a good series as we do lose game 1. Ant was great. We lost by 2. Why do we keep losing these close games? Oh, it hurts. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we're up 2-1, baby. 2-2. All right, hopping back into Simcast. No changes to make. Give more minutes to Naz Reid. Yes, always. And talk about defense, by the way. The Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Jarris Walker, Jaden McDaniels, Josh Giddey, Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a heck of a defensive matchup. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What happened in the second quarter? We lost our lead going into the third quarter, back and forth game. It's a tied 2-2 series. We're winning by about 10 here in the fourth, but no lead is safe in 2K24. 9-point lead, 7-point lead, 6-point lead. They're hunting us down. They're chasing us down. And we got to make sure that we can maintain this 4-point lead under 3 minutes left. Actually, 3 minutes exactly left, under 4 minutes left. I'm actually going to have Naz Reid start over Jarris Walker to close this game out. Okay. Okay. I don't want to play at all. Just let me do nothing. There's Garland wide open for 3 splash. Oh, bailed out. And we got to give the ball to Ant-Man and just let him go around. He kind of did, but it's okay. Everything's okay. Slow it down. Slow ride it. Take it easy. And I need to... I don't like tryharding, but I need to make sure that the 5-out spacing works. Because we have a 40% shooting center. Oh, we take this. We take this. Euro. Going to the free throw line. Let's go. Anthony Edwards. I can't play with shot timer. And I don't know if I'm speaking for Anthony Edwards or for myself, but can we get a new face scan on Anthony? He looks like a created character from NBA 2K16. I mean, he just looks bad. Let's get some modernization here in 2K24. Just a smidge, just a tick. Donovan Mitchell, tough three, misses. Naz Reid, rebounds. Karl Towns, streaking. Oh, I'm throwing it down. Ant-Man Anthony Edwards does it again. Is this Hall of Fame mode? Am I crazy? Hey, these are Hall of Fame sliders, all right. No respect for the Hall of Fame, CPU. Donovan Mitchell, losing out of control. Darius Garland wide open. And just think about this spacing. I know Josh Giddey is a mediocre three-point shooter, but Naz Reid can shoot as Anthony Edwards with the signature dunk throws it down again. Naz Reid can shoot. Jaden McDaniels can theoretically shoot. Josh Giddey can theoretically shoot. I mean, the spacing is infinitely better than Rudy Gobert, Kyle Anderson. Look at Cat playing defense. Let's go. Oh. Did we not get that rebound? But excuse me? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's like a 17-point swing there. That was interesting. Let's slow it down a little bit. Waste some time. Let's get a good shot out of this. Karl Anthony Towns, 40% three-point shooter. Anthony Edwards. Oh, shoot it. Shoot it. Karl Towns. Naz Reid on the glass. Naz Reid blows it. No, Naz. Why would you do that, Naz? That's two great looks. And 2K. 2K doing what 2K does. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That should not be allowed. All right, Cat. My 5-out spacing clearly did not work, and I'm just gonna miss. That's fine. 2 for 1. Not really complete, but it is what it is. I don't know who I'm guarding here. I'm guarding nobody. That's who. Okay, cool. Tie game. Completely blew this lead. I don't know what happened. Sure. I'm sorry. Did the 5-out spacing not take? I told you 5-out, and you're giving me the opposite of 5-out. You're giving me two guys that sit in the dunker spot. Naz Reid is not 5-out spaced. We just got to take it, and we get blocked. That was 5-out spacing. It would have worked. Everything's good. We're good. We're good. 3.4 seconds. No threes. Nothing easy. I'm there. Oh, no. Isaac Okoro for the win. Oh. Isaac Okoro. Was a pivotal game in this. I don't want to talk about it. Going into Simcast, game 6, we need to win this to force the game 7. Regardless, we needed to win 2 games. So just because we lost that one doesn't mean anything. We're the fighters. We're the Timberwolves. We grit, we grind. We're winning here in game 6 with a decent 17-point lead here, so I don't have to hop in. Oh, please, baby. Give me another chance. Let me go on a redemption arc. Okay, we almost blew this lead, but here we are up by 8, up by 10. Up by 10. All right, my redemption arc starts now. Oof, what happened here? Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. Donovan Mitchell had a horrific game. That works for us. Ant-Man dropped 43. Here we are, game 7 of the NBA Finals. The Timberwolves, without Rudy Gobert, sans Rudy, are looking to win it all on our home court. We don't have a away court advantage, but you know what? That's going to be good enough because we're losing in the 3rd quarter. We're losing in the 4th quarter. Oh no, I'm going to have to hop in. Down by 4, down by 6, down by 8, down by 10, down by 4, down by 1, down by 3. Give me a lead. Give me a lead sub 4 minutes, and we're going to clutch and close this one out this time. 3 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. Game 7. Redemption begins now. Anthony Edwards is gone. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah, they would totally foul out Anthony Edwards in a game. So, okay, 2K. What we're going to do here... We're going to get a little creative. I'm going to play Stephen Cassell at the 1. I'm going to play Josh Giddey at the 2. And we're just going to turbo cheese with Stephen Cassell. No, I don't want to play. Michael Jordan would surely foul out of a Game 7 of the NBA Finals if he ever got to a Game 7, right? Like, that's just normal to me. That's standard. You can't. Fucking hate this game. Stephen Cassell, athletic freak, throwing it up. Okay, what is happening? I'm gonna drop step with Nas. I'm gonna hop step with Nas. Nothing good is happening at all. Horrific offense from us, horrific defense from us, and that's how you lose NBA Final Game 7s. Donovan Mitchell gonna pull up from 3 here and splash. Okay. Josh Giddey is open. Nas Reed, beautiful, run the court and I'll find you. I'm like Alex Caruso, I got the goggles on. Now let's play some defense. Oh boy, Isaac Okoro just gets left open. Oh, what? He's not a sharpshooter? Are you sure, 2K? I don't know, that's Nas Reed. I mean, that's Isaac Okoro. He's an incredible basketball player. He knocks down the three-pointers with the best of them. Stephen Cassell, I hate 2K so much. Look at this deceleration. I blow by Jared Allen, and they decelerate me. I'm holding the turbo just so that he can get this block. Like, if you're not Anthony Edwards 90 overall, they give you the worst animations ever. They slow you down so I can do an unnecessary crossover so I can get blocked by Jared Allen. Turnover. Like, 2K is so unbelievably frustrating. And then Evan Mobley outruns me. Are you for real? Come on, cat. Josh Giddey is open. I need it. Gotta have it. Josh Giddey splashing. What's one thing that Josh Giddey can do? That Rudy Gobert can't. Let's shoot the 3. All right, Donovan Mitchell ISO. Tough shot. I'm taking it. Oh. Late contest, late foul by Evan Mobley, but let's see if we can knock down our free throws with the rookie. Stephen Cassell gonna have to step up and be huge for this team because 2K is dumb and thinks Anthony Edwards, you really gonna miss a 75% free throw shot? That's a 1 in 3 chance and you miss? Really? Okay. It's fine. That's fine. This is... Ooh, if they made that, I would have cursed. What? Are you... I hate this game. Nas Reed passes it, and he just dunks it off of who? Off of Karl Towns or Evan Mobley? I don't even know who. This fucking game, dude. 2K is such a bad game. Over and back? No. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what kind of BS they're gonna pull here. Like Stephen Cassell getting blocked again. Ooh, that's a nasty dunk. That's an Anthony Edwards dunk. Look at the rookie throw it down with authority. We have the lead. Can we, for the love of God, get a stop? Singular. 1. Donovan Mitchell. Oh boy, Josh Giddey just gets murdered. I'm gonna have to go into the defensive settings and actually try. Really? It just feels like 2K's, if you've seen Wizards or Raptors franchise, 2K just has games where they're like, you're not gonna win this. And it feels like today's one of those games. Like twice now. Our team has just been so unbelievably bad to where I have to actually turn on the offensive settings. So, here we are. Donovan Mitchell open long 2. Splash. 40 seconds left. Okay. Come on, Cat. I need you, big fella. I need you, big fella. That's the shot! That's the shot you take when you're sprinting, barreling down the court. Hand it over to you. Donovan Mitchell guarding. And you do a one-legged Dirk fade over Jarrett Allen instead of going into the body. Oh, can't. We lost. Oh, look, Donovan Mitchell's an incredible player. We lose because 2K. All right, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. LeBron James retired because he was so embarrassed by my performance. I can't believe that. I can't believe any of that. We're gonna hold our words, our P's and Q's as they say, and we're gonna watch Russell Westbrook and LeBron James and Kyle Lowry and Blake Griffin all get their jerseys retired. Are there any rules that say turn off 2K24? We have no draft capital at all. The Lakers win. That's interesting. Heat, Rockets, Thunder. Staff signing. Is there a real head coach, or do I just stick with the fake head coach that's made by 2K for some reason who has A+ across the board? I guess we stick with him, right? On the draft combine, the fast man of class is Lonnie Dixon and Ricky Gaines. Most agile is Dorrell Moreland, and George Baku. Highest vertical is Cliff Barber and Desmond Paul and Olivier Lambert. Highest benchpress is Everett Elliott, Bradley Griffith, Stephen Tate, and the best shot three-pointer. There's a whole bunch of guys. Deal with it. I can't believe we lost both games I hopped into. Like, what is wrong with the team, the game? Why was Anthony Edwards out? Like, what am I supposed to do? Chad Kerr looks to be incredible. Do I trade away Karl Anthony Towns for the #1 overall pick? For the sake of the video, you know what? Let's do it. Let's trade Karl Towns to the Lakers if they have the space to do it. Let's see if we can get the #1 overall pick and draft a creative character who might be better than Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, it took like everything, but we traded up to the #1 overall pick to draft the replacement for Karl Anthony Towns. The name is Chad Kerr. That's right, we drafted somebody named Chad to lead us to the promised land. Miami Heat takes some scrubs. We don't really care about anybody else other than this, but we have our center of the future, an 83 overall, 20-year-old Hall of Fame potential superstar big man who might play defense unlike Karl freaking Towns. Naz Reid is going to need to come back. It's brutal. Other than that, are there any changes? Josh Giddey's going to earn a supermax contract. Now, we are a young team. So last year, or I guess this year, we got to the conference finals. Then we got to the NBA finals. Now we need to win the finals. And that's going to be the final step of this process. I mean, you don't even want to win in the first year, right? You want to make this a fun and interesting and competitive thing. So I lost on purpose. I hope you all understand that. I didn't mean to lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers in embarrassing fashion both games that I hopped in, okay? It was a calculated decision. Okay, everybody's back. Josh Giddey's going to go up some overalls. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards is not going to foul out of a Game 7. Stephen Cassell is going to go up. Jaden McDaniels is going to be traded. Wendell Moore, Kendall Brown, we'll see. Jarris Walker is going to improve. He's got C+ potential. Are you kidding me? Really? He's drafted as a young prospect. Chad Kerr is going to be a superstar. So is Naz Reid. So I'm going to start with the fact that Jaden McDaniels gives us like 8 points a night. You got to go. I mean, the disrespect that 2K shows to these 3-and-D guys. OG Anunoby gives you 9 points a night. Really? Versus 8 points a night for Jaden? Like, they're at least 15 and good defense. And then none of these trades are even worthwhile. Okay, I guess we'll keep it as is. We'll see how this plays out for us. We have a big mid-level exception coming in. So right now the team is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We just need to develop. Looking at free agency. Cade Cunningham needs to sign with the Pistons. Come on now. Come on now, Cade. This is the contract the Pistons are offering him? Really? Okay, we'll see where Cade... Oh, because they got Jason Tatum. That's interesting. Screw our #1 overall pick feature of the franchise. Let's get Jason Tatum. Jalen Brunson back to the Knicks. Donovan Mitchell to the Nets. Thank God. Jimmy Buckets to the Heat, Kyrie Irving to the Mavs, Evan Mobley back on the Cavs, Jamal Murray back to the Nuggets, Scott Barnes back to the Raptors, Jalen Green back to the Rockets, and Chris Middleton to the Bucks. Who cares where Cade Cunningham goes? I don't. On to player progression. So Ant-Man's up to a 96, Josh Giddey's up to an 85, Jaden McDaniels, we traded away Karl Anthony Towns because he sickened me, and the team is mostly the same outside of that. I got rid of like the bench depth that we didn't even play. And then we have a big $12 million mid-level exception that we'll be able to sign somebody in this year's free agency that will hopefully take us to the promised land. Free agents, who's here for us? Miles Turner might be that dude. DeMar DeRozan, though. Lonzo Ball, injuries are off. Tobias Harris, ooh. Hey, let's take Miles Turner. I'm going to trade him away at the mid-season mark, but I mean, it's good to have 3 centers when you're the Timberwolves, right? Honestly, I have no idea how we're going to make this 9-man rotation work. Not my problem. We're going to switch it up to a 10 and just let the CPU be weird. And then we'll trade away Miles Turner at the midseason mark. Preseason power rankings. We are second at 2K Sports and second for Eric Boner. And we'll trade away Miles Turner when we're legally eligible to, which is like December or something. December 19th should be good enough, right? Right. Okay. So Miles Turner needs to upgrade. It's either going to be Jaden McDaniels or Jarris Walker. Who do we get? Ooh, Jonathan Kuminga, Shaden Sharp. These are good trades. Alperen Şengün and Amen Thompson. Interesting. Brandon Ingram. All right. How about the Jarris Walker trade? What does that give us? Shaden Sharp and Tobias Harris. I don't know about that. Jabari Smith. I would do Jabari Smith straight up for Miles Turner. I'm going to see if I can negotiate this. So this is going to be the first part of the trade. Miles Turner for Jabari Smith, and then the rest of these guys are here for salary. Jarris Walker is going to go for this Iyanku Babubu guy, but I want Amen. I don't want Iyanku Babubu. There we go. We picked up Amen Thompson after some finagling. So how does the team look now? They want Amen Thompson to start at the 2, Anthony Edwards to start at the 3. That's just ridiculous, and we're not going to do that. How do we look? How do we look? How do we look? So, number 1 overall pick, Chad Kerr and Nazir Reed. That works. Jabari Smith now at the 4. He can shoot instead of Jarris Walker. The defense is questionable. Jaden McDaniels still here. I know. Wendell Moore, Kobe Brown, Kendall Brown, whatever. Anthony Edwards, Amen Thompson. I don't know why we picked up Amen Thompson, but now we have too many good players. Can I just out of curiosity package like Josh Giddey and Jaden McDaniels and see if we can get like one superstar player? They're not going to give it to us, but if we can get like a 90 overall player and call it a day, like Trae Young. Ew. Do we want Trae Young? Kawhi Leonard if he was good. Darius Garland. I wish they let you trade for superstars more. Like, our team is stacked. Give me something. Like, if I give up a bunch of talent, Josh Giddey, Jaden McDaniels, Stephen Cassell, the best I can get is Pascal Siakam. Like, really? No idea what this rotation is going to look like, but here we are with the new 9-man rotation. Josh Giddey, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Jabari Smith, Chad Kerr, Amen Thompson, Nazir Reed, Stephen Cassell, Wendell Moore, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is not earning minutes, unfortunately, but he's only a 77 overall. 2K does not respect him. Okay, that is the changes that we're going to be making. And do we want to update the system proficiency too? Give me 4 stars. Give me 4 stars. Who doesn't give me 4 stars? Chad Kerr because he's a rookie. Jaden McDaniels because he's bad. That's fair. Shea Schmildish wins MVP. Chad Kerr does win Rookie of the Year. 16, 9, and 4. 35% with the 3-point line. Not bad. He can actually rebound, unlike Cat. Alperen Şengün wins 6 Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved is Noah Clowney. Jason Tatum Clutch Player of the Year. As I forgot to make a funny player a name for our GM, but you know what? We don't even win the GM. We win 70 freaking games, and they're like, no, let's give it to the other GM because they're the Thunder. Fine, I didn't want to. We don't win any All-NBA teams anywhere at all. I just 2K, man. It's just the most bizarre game you'll ever play. But we do win the #1 seed for the 2nd season in a row. Let's see if we can win it all. 70-12. What a spectacular season from this team. League leader in scoring is Tyrese Maxey. Okay, young fella. Rebounds is Domantas Sabonis, and assist is Luka Doncic. Steals is Victor Wembanyama, and the blocks is Victor Wembanyama, and the field goal percentages is Victor Wembanyama. Free throw champion is Ant. 3-point king is Stephanie Curry. How did we do? Ant-Man had to be our scorer, which is fine. Josh Giddey actually stepped the hell up. 18, 8, and 6 for him. Chad Kerr had a great rookie year, 16 and 9. Nazir Reed, a little down. That's all right. Stephen Cassell, not sure. Jabari Smith, not sure. Amen Thompson, not sure. Jaden McDaniels, bad. Jaden's definitely the next guy on his way out. Because I don't know what it is about 2K. They don't like him, but Josh Giddey has been simply sensational for us. I know last year he was mid, but this year, oh my gosh. Josh Giddey, step the hell up, big fella. Anyway, scoring-wise, we're the #1 team. Defensively, we're the #1 team. 7.2 point differential, #1 in the NBA. Field goal percentages, third. 3-point percentages of second. If we don't win a championship this year, I'm going to cry. Taking on the Kings, they have T1 Salon, DeMonter Sabonis, D'Lo, Rui. I don't know, man. Weird lineup, but we do win game 1. I'm not even going to look at the box score. We're going to sweep the lowly Sacramento Queens. There we go. Now to take on our trade partners, the Rockets. They have Freddie VanVleet. They have Karl Anthony Towns instead of Alperen Şengün and Miles Turner. Okay. I didn't realize that we were giving them 17 centers when they already had their future center of the future in Alperen Şengün, and somehow they beat us. So let's drop to an 8. 8-man rotation, all 80s overall. Let's start winning basketball games. Let's start winning championships. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, 2-2, going into a big game 5 here on our home court. They have the away court advantage, but you know what? We're the better oh, God. Back and forth game here in the second quarter. Back and forth game going into the third quarter. Back and forth game here in the fourth quarter. And we have a little bit of a lead. Do I dare hop in again? I've been shamed twice now. I know I probably won't even have a chance. We're down by 5, down by 3, down by 4. Forgot how to score, down by 5, and it looks like we're going to lose this pivotal game 5 here on our home court because we forgot how to score in the fourth quarter, so it doesn't even matter. If I hop in, if I don't hop in, we lose. Win or lose, we lose. That's really just the way it is. Now we're down 3-2 to the freaking Rockets, who we gave 5 centers to. How are they winning, by the way? They're winning because our team can't score. Oh, interesting. Jaden McDaniels is leading our team in points. Interesting. You know, it's funny. When you're a 70-win team, you're the best team in the NBA offensively, defensively. You have Michael Jordan Jr. on your team. You kind of think that you go further than the second round, don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? We're facing elimination. We have no grit, no grind. We're pathetic, and we're going to lose here. Okay, on to the offseason. Jalen Green wins Western Conference Finals MVP on incredible efficiency. Sure, 2K. Joel Embiid wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and the 76ers are champions. What does it take to put this team over the top? I think 1-year development from our #1 overall pick center. I think changing the meetings. I don't know, man. We have no draft picks. There's no point in even looking at the draft. I mortgaged our future again. So Mike Stouffer, you have to be the head coach. The NBA draft, we don't have anybody good. Even if there is somebody good, there's no way we're going to be able to trade for them. Who's the #1 overall pick? Please be bad. Kind of. Vlad Olik. You have 8 letters in your whole name. Get out of here. Okay, team player options. Amen 86, Stephen 81 are coming back. Qualifying offers, Jabari and Wendell are going to be earning way too much money. And this has to be our year, man. I don't know if we can afford this team any longer. I have to start giving out max extensions to these guys. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Let's look at free agency. Luka Doncic going to the Kings. Kevin Durant back in the Suns. Stephanie Curry back to the Warriors. Chet Holmgren to the Thunder. Paul Becker back in the Magic. Jalen Wood to the Thunder. Jabari Smith back to us. Mikal Bridges to the Nets. Marcus Smart to the Nets. And Cole Anthony to, I think that was the 76ers. It's time for player progression. It's time for our #1 overall pick to be like an 88 overall. Nut up or shut up is what I always say. There you go, 88 overall. He goes up 5 overall points. You'll let us see that. Ant 97, Amen 88, Jabari 87, Giddey holding it at 85. I don't love that. Jaden 84, Nas 83, Stephen Cassell up to an 81. So our development has kind of stagnated, which is unfortunate. But nothing. I got nothing for you. We need to make one more move, I think. One move to put this team over the top. Just wish I could make fun trades go through. Like, I know Tyrese Haliburton, 95 overall, then we take trash and we'll give up Josh Giddey, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Stephen Cassell, Jaden McDaniels, a first-round pick, a second-round pick. I'll even throw you somebody better. Can I give you a men? Can't afford that by $300,000. That's fine. Like, let me do a fun trade, 2K. I mean, give me a cool trade. Jaylen Brown, you'll get Josh Giddey, you'll get Jaden McDaniels, you get Wendell Moore, you get Stephen Cassell, you get a first-round pick. I mean, you get a whole roster. Ugh, they won't take that. Look at this trade. Let's have some fun. Let's negotiate. So I go to the Magic. I'm like, I want Paolo Banchero instead of Jabari Smith. They want Anthony Edwards? No. They want Anthony Edwards? No. They want Chad Kerr? No. Then they're like, all right, give me Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith. We'll give you Jonathan Isaac and Paolo Banchero. I go, okay, but let's negotiate. I want Josh Giddey. The money doesn't work. Instead, I'll take Malcolm Brogdon off your hands. And they're like, no. I'll go, okay, I'll give you another first round pick. They go, no. And then I can't give them anything else. I'll give you Wendell Moore. I'll give you whatever you want. Like, this is a good trade, Orlando. Make it. Just because you don't get a man, you still get Josh Giddey and Stephen Cassell, and you're giving me your trash. Make the trade. I don't know. I tried. Not gonna happen. Preseason power rankings. We are first for 2K Sports, first for Eric Boner as well. Let's see if we can go into the playoffs. Let's see if we can make it out of the second round, and let's see if I can not blow 2 games in a row to the Cleveland Cavaliers who get glitchy in simulation. No respect for the Hall of Fame CPU. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Judamans Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Victor Wembanyama most improved is Cliff Barber. Clutch player. Whatever. Same crap every single year. We're not going to win any All NBA awards because 2K hates us. They hating us because they hating us. We're once again the #1 seed, taking on the Houston Rockets. They have Karl Anthony Towns and Jarris Walker, but you know what? We have Jabari Smith and Amen Thompson. They have Reed Shepard and Jalen Green. We're a better team. Are we gonna win? I don't know. Do we even want to look at the stats? It's been 2 hours into this and we haven't won a single thing because of me. I'm so sad. Donovan Mitchell leading the NBA in scoring. Victor Wembanyama leading the NBA in rebounds. Assists is John Morant. Steals is Dyson Daniels. Blocks is Blocker Kessler. Field goals is Zion Williamson. Free throws is Anthony Simons. 3-pointers is Patrick Williams. Player stats. Whatever. Win, baby. That's it. Game 1. We win. Are we doing good? Are we actually a high caliber basketball team? I need to drop Nickeil Alexander-Walker out of the rotation again. I'm sorry, young fella. You're not good enough. We'll do something like that. And like that. Okay, good stuff. Game 2 against the Houston Rockets, we win. Game 3, are we going to sweep the team that beat us? Is this the revenge tour round 2? Except this time we cap it off with a championship. There we go, 4-1. Now to take on the best team in the NBA. And I saw the San Antonio Spurs have Cade Cunningham. Oof, paired up with Victor Wembanyama. This is a lethal team, but hopefully we're better and we're not. Chad Kerr, Rookie of the Year, #1 overall pick. Second coming of Victor Wembanyama, except he got whooped by Victor Wembanyama. 1-1, go up 2-1. Go up 3-1. Go up 4-1. And we gentlemen sweep now in the Western Conference Finals again, taking on the GOAT team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Though we took away Josh Giddey, they don't care. They're better than us. Oh boy. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. Game 4, oh, we 3-1 and we 4-1 on everybody. Let's go. Chad Kerr, Western Conference Finals MVP. Jason Tatum, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And the Pistons have decided they don't need Cade Cunningham. They have a Jason Tatum. So they picked up Miles Turner. How do they afford this? So Tyus Jones, what are you earning? I'm just curious. We're going to do this. 14 for him. Jacoby Walter is a rookie. Sir Thompson is still in his rookie deal. Jason Tatum earning, what, 60? Miles Turner earning... Bruh. I'm tempted to take over the Pistons and cut Miles Turner. That's crap. Keegan earning a 1. Isaiah Stewart still on his deal. Patrick Williams earning 13. Paul Reed earning 13. All right, 2K just cheats. That's just the way it is. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to win game 1. We're going to win game 2. And we're going to sweep the lowly, the pathetic Detroit Pistons. And the Minnesota Timberwolves no longer need me to clutch and blow out and choke on games and choke on the last sentence of this rebuild, as we are victors. Here's some highlights. Come on, Karl Anthony Towns replacement. Set me an alley-oop. The big fella throws it down. Chad Kerr comes in, replaces the former #1 overall pick big man, Karl Anthony Towns, and does a formidable job of it. That is beautiful. This team looks nothing like it did when we first started, but you know what? I'll take it. Marcus Sasser is batter. And let's just get some more oop action. Who should we try with? Let's just do the same thing. Anthony Edwards is like a 90 overall, and we throw in it again. 360. The Anthony Edwards Chad Kirk connection is real. Oh, let's go. Jabari Smith is playing defense. He's like, y'all tried to trade me away for Paolo Banchero. I take charging fouls on Jason Tatum. I'm better than Jason Tatum. And what sort of option should we go? I think we do, if I can get an Anthony Edwards oop, that would just complete the cycle, as they say in the NBA. Oh, how about the big fella? #1 overall pick from 3. Splash! Chad Kirk does it all. He shoots the 3. He alley-oops it to me. He plays the D. And he even grabs the re. Oh, that's my fault. All right, Ant-Man. I need you to jump. Woo! Anthony freaking Edwards. What an alley-oop. Detroit is silent right now. They're in shock at the pure and utter domination of this ridiculous squad we put together. Y'all ain't ready for prime time. The center's gonna throw the oop. The center's throwing the oop to Ant-Man Edwards. No respect for the Hall of Fame CPU. As the rebuild is complete. Oh, you're gonna give me another chance? Okay, let's go. You shouldn't have done that, son. Come on, #1 overall pick. Come on, Karl Towns replacement. Show me what you got. Oh, I fucked up the timing. No. What a rebuild. What a video. What an epic. I can't believe we lost to the Cavs. I'm still frustrated about that. The fact that we came back even better the next season and 4-0 swept the entire playoffs. Like, that's good. Don't get me wrong. But we should have won that Cavs series, and they just got glitchy. The CPU threw half-court alley-oops. They had Karl Towns do horrible shots. Frustrating. You know, I feel like Tom Brady in the perfect season when we lose to the freaking Giants. Like, we shouldn't have lost that. I win 8 or 7 or 6 or however many Super Bowls, and I still think about the one that we lost. Anyway, that's called a human condition. You're going to have to deal with it and then die. Let's see who the NBA Finals MVP is, as Adam Silver hands the Minnesota Timberwolves their first trophy. Is this ever? Have the Wolves won a championship before? NBA Finals MVP goes to the rookie, the #1 overall pick, the man named Chad. Transform this franchise from good enough to champions. That's going to do for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.